Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to speak about the messed up mindset of competitive women. And by competitive, I mean unnecessarily competitive women. This is a social observation that I have made. I have never competed with any friend I've had in the past. I've done my best to celebrate them in those moments when celebration was required. I find competition with women I consider friends, acquaintances, family exhausting. I have never been the type of person to see someone I know get something and then go ahead and try and get something bigger or better. That has never been me. Growing up, my mom taught me how to stay in my lane, be happy in my lane, and make my lane great for myself. I wasn't raised to be competitive with other women at all. I was taught to be gracious to other women. But at the same time, I was made aware that there are vicious women in this world. It was easy for me because I was an only girl. And in my teenage years, I hung out mostly with guys outside of school because I was a bit of a tomboy. And I found it easier to hang out with guys. I'm talking about my life experiences here. So I am aware other women will have different life experiences. However, I have never understood a woman who is so competitive that she will go out of her way to do all types of diabolical things to another woman. For example, women who believe that being intimate with a friend's or an enemy's partner validates them or makes them one up someone they dislike. How does that work? The act in itself contradicts the mindset, because how are they better than the other woman they are trying to one up when they avail themselves in that manner as an act of sabotage? We've even seen this play out in public with notable people in society, where the woman thinks she's won when she's interfered knowingly in another woman's marriage, and it ends up being something else. She ends up on the losing end, and she subsequently attempts to punish the very guy she did this with because of her embarrassment at being proven to be no more special than the woman she thought she was better than. The attempts to harass, degrade, tarnish the man she did this with become constant headlines and fodder for people who care to keep up with such news. There are times when a woman isn't aware that the person she's with is either married or in a serious relationship. That is why I believe it's better to get to a point where a woman does nothing intimately with a man until they are in a full legally binding relationship. But I digress. It is a wonderful thing to see a group of friends where each person is so secure in who they are that they are not carbon copies of each other. There is nothing more disturbing to see than a group of women who have no individuality whatsoever. As a woman, it's great to see everyone in a group of friends settled in themselves, knowing fully well who they are and living authentically. It's okay to see your friend with an item love the item and want to get it for yourself. But it should not develop into obsessively turning oneself into a carbon copy of a friend or the next woman. Never let the existence of another woman and her characteristics drive you to a place where you do your best to harm her existence. It is not worth it at all. And believe me, all evil, all cruelty a person sows is reaped back into that person's life one way or another. If a spirit of extreme competitiveness is ruling your life, seek therapy or deliverance. I grew up seeing my mom handle close friends cordially. They didn't call each other bees and hoes. There was a baseline of respect that existed in their interactions whenever they got together. That seems to be missing in some of today's group dynamics. Ladies, let's be so focused on our own lives, enjoying life, creating wonderful moments in our lives to the point where we have no desire to do really silly things in an effort to harm another woman, get back at another woman just because you can, bully another woman, whatever it is that everyone knows is wrong as an adult. Doing all this towards a woman that sometimes has no clue, one, you exist, or two, there is an issue. Life comes with its own issues. Adding together the ingredients for trouble from scratch, like a recipe for disaster, should never be on any woman's agenda. We should try to make life as enjoyable as possible. So when those moments when life naturally throws a curveball at us arrive, we have the capacity to endure and overcome, because we are not already depleted and exhausted from being mixed up in unnecessary foolishness. Let's also strive to rid our lives of unnecessary, useless competition. When we fully understand that everyone has their own unique path in life, as unique as our DNA, the need for unnecessary competitiveness will diminish.